Hi everyone, welcome back to my TechStack YouTube channel. So I hope you have watched all my Node.js series. So here in today's session, if you're diving into the Node.js, understanding the event loop is very much important for mastering the asynchronous programming. So today we are going to break down the Node.js event loop and its key components like call stack, event queue, timers, and more. So we will go through the detailed code examples and explanation to make sure you guys got a solid idea on how Node.js handles various asynchronous operations. So before we dive into those live coding thing, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel. If you have any specific topic, please go ahead and put it in the comment box. I will surely help you get those topic arranged for you. Okay, so let's get started. So first let's go through the key concept of the Node.js, that is event loop, along with the detailed code examples and the explanations. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just create one folder just for our keeping it organized. Okay, so I'll make event loop and I'm just going to move there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just create a file called for now index.js. Okay, so first concept of this event loop, let's try to understand the call stack. Okay, so call stack basically keeps strict track of function calls in a program. Like if you have a program, it keeps track of all the functional calls. Okay, when a function is called, it is added to the stack, and when it returns, it is removed from the stack. That is how the call stack works. So let's see how it works. Okay, I'm going to create two functions here first. So I'll just put console.log first. Okay, then I'll create another one called second. Okay, I'll just put second, and in that second function I am going to call first function. Okay, so and when I'll be calling the second function, I'll just do this. Okay, so here what happened is second is called and added to the call stack. Okay, this is called and it is added to the call stack. Then inside second, first is called and that is also added to the call stack. Okay, then first, so the first basically logs this first and returns. So and that time this first function is removed from the stack or the call stack. Then it will print the second here, and once this is also returned back here, this is going to be removed from the call stack. This is how it works. So if you try to run this, right? Okay, so I didn't save this. You can see first and second, right? This is basically the call stack, how the functions are getting stacked in a program. Okay, so this is about the call stack. The second concept of our event loop is the event queue. Okay, so basically event queue holds tasks that are that are ready to be executed of the current script finishes. Okay, so for example, I'm going to event queue. Okay, so I'm going to do a console log. Okay, this is my starting. Okay, this is my starting. Okay, I'm just printing a console log start. Okay, then what I'll do, I'll just copy this and I'll add one more ending console log end. Okay, in between what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a set timeout. Okay, so here I'm just going to put maybe for now 0 seconds, and then I'll just put console.log of timeout callback. Okay, so here what happens is here the start is logged immediately. Okay, then set timeout. Actually, this schedules the callback to be executed after certain seconds, whatever milliseconds what we have put it in this, and this will be on the event queue. Okay, then end is logged immediately, and after 0 seconds or after whatever the seconds you have mentioned, the event loop basically picks up the callback from the event queue and logs this timeout callback. Okay, so I'll just put like for now 5. Okay, so let me clear this out and I'll just run this. You can see it has printed start and then end. After 5 milliseconds, it has printed the timeout callback. This is how the event queue works. Like it puts in the queue based on whatever the settings or the timeout or intervals we have. It keeps on calling the callback and prints the relevant or perform the relevant actions accordingly. Okay, that is about the event queue. So next one is event loop, right? So basically, event loop is responsible for one sec, guys. Okay, so next is event loop. Okay, so event loop is basically responsible for continuously checking the call stack and event queue and executing the task, right? Here in the same example, uh, here in the same example, it has printed the start, then it has end, immediately it has printed. Set timeout callback is executed after call stack is empty, logging timeout callback. Okay, so this is how the event loops works. It's a combination of callback with the event queue. Okay, then another concept is timers. So basically timers are like a set timeout whichever I have seen, or it could be a set intervals which schedules the task to be executed after a specified delay, right? So here in the same example here itself, right, this is what here after whatever the 5 milliseconds, right, the set timeout callback is executed. This is basically timers. Okay, so this is how it works on the timers part. So next one we can talk about the input output operations. Like Node.js performs non-blocking input output operation using the event loop. Like when an input output operation completes, right, its callback is pushed to the event queue. Okay, so let's see an example of file read itself, right? Const fs equal to require of fs module. Okay, then I'll just put console dot log of start fs. Okay, then what I'll do is fs dot read file of example dot text and utf, sorry, uh, utf utf8. Okay, utf8 encoding we will be just placing, and then we will be doing error comma data. Okay, then we are putting a callback. So what happens here is if error, then throw error. Okay, otherwise log the data. Okay, and here we will put another end. Okay, end fs. So here ideally it should throw error because I don't have example.txt in my loop, in my code structure. So let me just run this. You can see it has logged an error because there is no such file exist, right? So that is what it shows a error. Okay, So coming to the let me just create one file and then execute it. Okay, example.txt hello. Okay, and let's see how it behaves. And you can see it has printed the hello. Okay, so next one, a couple of another example would be micro task. Okay, so micro task basically include promises and process.nextTick. They are basically executed before the event loop continues to the next iteration. Okay, that is called as a micro task. So here, if you see micro task, okay, let's take an example uh, of this. Okay, so I'll just take the same callback scenario. Okay, so I have given it as start, and then I'll just make this as micro. Okay, okay, so set timeout I have given. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just put a promise. Okay, promise dot resolve of then sorry callback, then I'll put a promise callback. Okay, so here what happens here is start and micro start and micro end that will get printed immediately. Then promise callback is executed before the set timer callback due to micro task priority. Okay, so let's see how this gets worked about. See, the promise callback got executed before any other timeout callback. So that is how it prioritized the things. Okay, then comes immediate callbacks. So immediate callbacks scheduled with the set immediate are executed after input and output events. Okay, so here if you take same example, okay, I'm going to take the same example here and I'll just put it as immediate. Okay, so I'll put this, then I'll put this, and here I don't want promise. Okay, just deleting it, and what I'll do here is instead of this set immediate. Okay, there won't be any seconds here. Okay, so what happens here, start and end at end will be logged immediately. Set immediate callback is executed after the input output events. Okay, so let's see how it works. I think one sec, let me put this. Okay, immediate start, immediate end, and then immediate callback. After all the input output operations are done, it is going to print the immediate callback. Okay, so and one thing is about the process dot next tick. Okay, so here let's take same example. Okay, I'm just going to put this here, so it will be next tick. Okay, so this I'm just putting as next tick start, next tick end, and what I will be doing is I'll be calling the process dot next tick. Okay, so here I'll be printing this. So here start and end are logged immediately, and this process next tick, right, this callback is executed before any input or output or timer callbacks. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. See, you can see the next tick start. See, this is all called before any of the timer callback, like for example immediate callback, right, and before any of the timeout callback, right, this particular next tick will be called before all this input output operations. Okay, this is about the another concept of this event loop. Okay, now let's see the phases of the event loop, right? The event loop operates in multiple phases, as I said: timers, pending callbacks, idle prepare, poll, check, and close callbacks. Okay, so here, if you take an example, okay, let me just collate all these whatever we have did so far into one call. Okay, so I'll just give this event loop phase. Okay, uh faces, sorry, faces, right? Here, these are the faces. Here what we do is, when we execute the set of code, right, what happens is, here the start and end are logged immediately. The process next tick, right, this callback is executed first. This will be executed first. Then what happens, set timeout callback is executed next. Okay, because this set immediate will happen only after the all the input output operations are done, right? So basically here you can see the next tick, the phases what we have. As I told, it is timers, it's a pending callbacks, or preparing of idle, or the poll, or the check, or the close callbacks, right? So here the next tick phase, and then set timeout comes under timer phase, and set immediate comes up on the check phase, which is executed at the end. Okay, so these are the detailed explanations and example which should give you a good understanding of Node.js event loop and how it handles various asynchronous operations. Okay. Okay, that's the end of the session where we have deep dive into the Node.js event loop. I hope you found this videos very helpful and have a better understanding on how this Node.js manages asynchronous operations. So having this concept will make you more proficient on the Node.js when it comes to the asynchronous programming. And I will be having other few sessions around the callbacks, detailed sessions on the callbacks, promises, and async await shortly. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and share it with your developers, and don't forget to subscribe to my TechStack Learning channel for more interesting topics. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment box. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next session.